All right, fantastic. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Joining us today, we've got a bunch of members, of course, but then we also got the man himself, Mr. Stupar, Jordan Stupar, top salesman at numerous companies. Actually started his own software company too, sold it for high six figures. Very impressive stuff, and just crushing it in sales. Personally trained myself up as well as our whole team. He's got these cash cards. We use them daily. Helps us just. Anyway, without going too much, he's got a big enough ego already, but top sales guy, pay attention, tune in, rewind, and replay this when it's done. Absolutely. Jordan, take over.
Love it. Appreciate it. So hopefully you guys are all doing really well. And it's really good to meet you guys, be here. I know a couple of you guys already, but always good to get in front of some familiar faces. The one thing that I know that we all have in common is we all want to make some more money. I might not be in the auto detailing business myself, but I know for a fact a little bit of how that business runs because I use an auto detailer myself. And I think I mentioned on Dan's podcast that it's a well-known fact that all cars go a little bit faster and have better handling, braking, and performance when they're clean. So I'm a huge advocate for your guys' business. I'm a car guy myself. And I'm not the dirty car guy. I like to have it clean. So I think we can all get along. But with that being said, I was chatting with Sean, and Sean was like, "Hey man, you want to maybe drop some gems with some people that I know in the detailing space and hopefully help them make a couple extra bucks." And I was like, "Yeah, I would. I'd love to do that." And really, even though we're at the kind of the end of the year here, and some people are kind of going to be waiting on their detailing until January or whatever. What I want to do is I want to help you guys with pretty much two things really on this call with the time that we have. Obviously, I could probably sit here and talk about sales for like 14 hours if I wanted to, but I'll dial back a little bit because I do have some meetings and I know you guys have some things to do. But one of the things that Sean mentioned to me that you guys have some attention on is kind of like getting ghosted or kind of negotiating with a customer, but they don't really get too responsive. They get hit with maybe some type of price, and then all of a sudden they just vanish into the black hole of sales, never to be found or contacted again. And so what I want to do is I want to help give you guys maybe a new perspective, or at least some new ideas on how you might be able to approach both appointments and getting kind of your quote out there so that you can increase your chances of closing customers and making more money. And so the first thing I think worth mentioning, and that Sean kind of told me based on his communication with you guys, is many of you would really prefer to rather be texting customers rather than jumping on the phone with them, so on and so forth. And look, I'll be the first person to say I would prefer to do that as well. I know Sean would probably prefer to do 100%. That because it's just it's the easy way of doing things. You use a couple of thumbs and you're done. And albeit the fact that text messaging is pretty much the king of communication, 98% of text messages are read. There is no stats available on how many people respond back to a salesperson on text message. And so I've got a couple of little tips here that I think will ameliorate your chances of having significantly better customer conversations. And tip number one really is you should definitely text. You guys are already doing tip number one, so I got nothing new for you there. You should definitely be texting your customers. Tip number two is, how are we texting our customers? And that's something worth digging into for a quick moment. I'm assuming not all of you, but some of you are probably relying on some long block texts, where you're really giving some info, for $2,400, we're going to do the ceramic coating, which includes boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And it can get pretty lengthy. And often, I don't know if you guys have ever gotten an email or a response back from somebody that says TLDNR, but I have, and it sucks. It means too long, did not read. And that's how I know that my messages were too long and they were kind of inconvenient for a buyer. And so there's obviously several ways that you guys can engage in text message conversations. My first and my favorite way of communicating on text is going to be with a video. So the first thing that I'm doing, if I'm setting an appointment with you guys, or I'm giving a quote that's not over the phone, if I'm talking money, I'm going to want to put that on the phone, and I'll get to that in a second. But the one thing that you guys can do that I would bank on the fact that most of you guys aren't, is I would use my phone, and instead of sending somebody an actual, text message, like, with words and such, I would actually turn on the camera and I would record a quick little video. One of the problems that you guys are going to be having with your customers is that the people that are asking you about your pricing, about your packages, so on and so forth, they don't know you. They don't know your face. They don't know anything about you. And they're like, I mean, imagine a car guy over here. I have my Porsche, and it's like, do I really trust this person to make an appointment, bring it in, or have them come pick it up? One thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to personalize and humanize that experience with that buyer, and also differentiate yourself from other people that might be potentially taking that contract or that detail sale. And so what I would do on the front end is, when I'm finally entering a conversation with somebody for the first time, if I've got their cell phone number, the first thing that I'm going to do, and I do this in my own business, and it increased my show rate by 63%. We measured that here in my business. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, grab Sean's info. Maybe he's got a Dodge Challenger, Hellcat, whatever he's got, loving that gas mileage. And I'm going to type in his cell phone number and open up a text message. And then again, instead of texting, I'm just going to turn on my camera, swipe it over on my iPhone to video, and I'm going to take a quick 20-30 second video and just say, hey, Sean, Jordan over here at Stupar Detailing Co. I just wanted to put a face to the name. I want to let you know I'm a real guy over here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And by the way, this is my shop. We've got a couple cars back here. We've got the fellas over here getting the work done. And ultimately, just wanted to pass along my cell phone number, the same one my mom calls me on. So if you have any questions about some of our detail packages, need some client testimonials on some of our higher end clients, or anything at all to help you make the best decision moving forward, shoot me a text, give me a call. Boom. I'm going to send.
I love that. That's great. Yeah.
What you guys are going to do there is a couple of things. One is you're going to increase your customer engagement rate by 400%. And I mean, getting a text message back. Maybe they give you a thumbs up, maybe they give you a call, maybe they shoot you a question, whatever. Second thing you're going to do is you are absolutely differentiating yourself from other people in your guys' industry. I'd be willing to bank on the fact that 99.9% of your competitors out there that are trying to take your business can pretty much guarantee that that is not the way that they're handling their business. So you're differentiating yourself. Point number 3 is you live in that customer's phone. So if you are in the shop or have, any vehicles behind you or some detailing accessories or tools, you're really kind of showing off the environment that the vehicle is going to be in. You're really possibly, maybe you're lucky enough to just have gotten finished with the new AMG GT Benz or something.
Boom.
Customers going to be like, all right,
this is the spot.
I kind of trust this person. Like, I'm down for that.
That's true.
So those are a couple of things that you're going to be doing right there. And now imagine when your customer's actually text messaging you back, they know what you look like. You're an actual person. You're not just some
a business name with phone number.
Some like weird guy behind some phone number. You're now a real human being that's actually caring for the customer. So you can imagine how they might feel that you'll care for their car. So that's kind of bullet point number 1. Bullet point number 2 is text messaging allows you guys, for the most part, to do a lot of different other formats of communication. I know, at least on the iPhone, I'm not much of a Droid guy. I don't know about you guys, but I know that I can send out a voice note as well. So maybe I just can't send out a video or whatever. I know I can send out that voice note, iMessage to iMessage, which again is just for convenience. It's a little bit easier to hear a human being. There is a little bit more trust in there. And also, there's things like images, there's things like GIFs, there's things like memes out there, which I'll dig into in a quick second. But really the point here is how do you really stand out? How do you be different? How can you make the little processes within your sales process highly valuable and highly converting? And the selfie video is going to be one of those things that you can actually deploy in your sales process, obviously, to increase that customer engagement. Now, when you guys are kind of getting to price and maybe you have a phone call where you can gather some info on what type of package somebody's looking for, or you're talking about the carbon ceramic, whatever that might actually look like, what you're going to want to do more often than not is you're going to want to jump on the phone with that person. The reason being is that I can tell you, I could text any of you guys right now and say, hey, my thing is 50 grand. And that might be high price or low price for what you're looking for. But at the end of the day, one, I don't have any way of gauging your reaction. Two, on the off chance that you do have some type of objection or consideration or something, chances are unlikely that you're going to text it to me. Chances are that you'll want to have that verbal conversation because it's an actual consideration of yours. In which case, I don't want to give price over a text message. I would want to get it over the phone. And I would want to make sure that that I'm able to actually listen to my client and field those objections in real time. And at the very least, gauge their response level in some way. If I tell Sean something is 50 grand and there's a long pause, I can probably think that there's some sticker shock there, or, maybe I'm on the wrong product or whatever. But one of the main reasons why I think you guys might be avoiding that phone conversation is because maybe perhaps we're not very confident in what we would do next on the off chance that somebody, has a pricing objection or something. I know that's usually why I avoided talking to girls when I was a little bit younger, is I didn't really know what I was going to say when they said, no, you can't have my phone number.
What comes next?
Yeah, I got a boyfriend. And so I didn't really know what I was going to do. So of course I wanted to text message a girl, because now I've got, 15 minutes to think of a response if I need one. So what I do is I work with folks just like you every single day to give you guys the responses, the rebuttals, and the word tracks that you need so that you can confidently deliver a response to your customer and overcome some of those objections. And so what I want to do real quick is I want to give you guys some cheat codes real quick. Now, obviously, I'm going to drop something here in the chat. You guys can use promo code Christmas21, take 21% off this. But don't buy this yet. Don't do it. Let me give you a little value. If you guys like this, then you should buy, because then you'll know that it's a good value to you. But I know that one of the things that Sean mentioned to me is like, hey, I think some of these guys might be a little bit scared about the fact that they might be higher priced than somebody else, but don't necessarily want to lose the deal. And they're doing it over text, but they're kind of getting ghosted. And they're just kind of all these little iffy parts. Bullet point number one is never, ever, ever be afraid to be the highest price in your area. If I'm y'all, I'm going 4 times higher the price of everybody, so that people are like, dude, what do they do over there? I gotta does that come along with another car? I want people to be like, what makes them different? One, I'm going to get eyeballs for that. And 100%. Two, it allows me to think of ways to add value now. One of my favorite things to do is raise prices. I raise prices in my company every 2-3 months, and I don't raise prices by 10% or 5. It's usually double, triple, quadruple, because then I get to grab a sheet of paper and write down, dude, how can I make what I do even that much more valuable? So at the end of the day, you guys are probably going to jump on a phone call today. You're going to jump on the phone with Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy's got a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, my little dream car. And it's going to be a little bit dirty because it's kind of winter time. There's some salt, some sand, and he's going to want it cleaned up because, well, it's a nice car to keep clean. And you're going to be talking to him about your pricing. And regardless of whatever your pricing is, chances are he's going to tell you, well, you know what? I heard from whatever Zane's Detailing Co. over here that they do about the same thing that you do, and it's $250 less, or whatever, $1,000 less, or $5,000 less, whatever that number is. What most of us try to do is, one, we try to match that price if possible. Okay, don't do that. We just said we want to be the value people, not the low price people. You guys really want to own the Walmart of car detailing companies?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. You guys want as much money from your customers as you possibly can. So instead of trying to match the price, or trying to do the whole, well, let's talk about apples to apples. Your customer doesn't really care. They don't know the differences between the wax, the tools, the shop, your expertise, their expertise. They don't know any of that stuff, and it's not even worth having a conversation. So the thing that you can do is you can let them know that, hey, I already know that we're going to be higher priced than Zane's Mobile Detailing down the street. I expected that you would probably say that. But after all, you've probably made a lot of good decisions in your life and like shopping around so that you can get the best deal. And I'll be honest with you, I like getting the best deal when I can too. Hands down, I love saving money when I can, so I can't fault you for doing the same. But tell me, out of curiosity, if my price and Zane's Mobile Detailing price were the exact same for some reason or another, out of curiosity, who would you rather do business with? And what you're going to do here is you're going to just shut up because your customer, they're going to be going over all the details in their head that they learned about you and about them and blah, blah, blah. And they're going to be thinking about this, and 99.9% of the time, because it doesn't really matter to them, they're going to say, well, I'd rather do business with you. And then you can say, great, that's what everybody says. Out of curiosity, why would you rather do business with me? Oh, well, you know, your shop is actually 8 miles closer.
Oh,
awesome, man. I knew when I was looking at our location that I was a genius. Why else would you rather do business with us? Well, you know, I did see on Google that you got, you know, a couple more reviews, and, you know, you guys are at that 4.8 stars, and, you know, I feel like I can trust you a little bit more. Excellent. I appreciate you letting me know. We take our Google presence here extremely seriously. And of course, our score reflects how extremely serious we also take care of our customers. Why else would you rather do business with me? I don't know. You know, you sent me that selfie video. I kind of feel like, you know, we've already kind of shaken hands and I know you. Hey, absolutely. That's one of the things that we like to do to introduce ourselves to customers, because we care about our customers. Now you can see why we charge just a couple bucks more than Zane's Mobile Detailing down the street. And by the way, have you ever regretted paying just a little bit more for a better service and regretted it? Sean, have you ever flown first class?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Have you ever regretted paying a little bit more for it?
Never.
Okay. I don't have any of you guys ever, like, you were going to go buy that one car and then you added on the trim package with the, you know, the sunroof, navigation, the beefed up engine, and left the dealership being like,
you're happy.
This was the wrong thing to do. It's never happened. It's never. You guys have ever bought a house where you were like, man, I'm keeping it in budget, bro. I'm only spending 300 grand. And then have you ever walked away with a $450,000 mortgage because, had a nicer kitchen? You know?
Exactly.
You've never regretted any of this. And so your customer who's on the phone with you complaining about your price being higher than Zane's Mobile Detailing over here is the same customer that's inquiring about the same vehicle that they overpaid for because they wanted the beefed up engine, the bigger brakes, the leather seats, and the navigation. So there's really no excuse here. All we need to do is have a logical conversation with our customer and get them to acknowledge themselves going over budget and paying too much because the value's there. And so that little word track right there, that's just one of the, 30 cards here. So if you liked that, you think that might help close a deal for you, trust me, these will pay for themselves very quickly over and over and over again. And here in Christmas time, this is the gift that keeps on giving. That's my shameless plug.
It's going to give all 2022 and beyond, though.
You can use these. Have made me millions and millions of dollars for sure. These same exact word tracks. And so when you guys are jumping on the phone, the only reason, again, that you might be feeling apprehensive about being on the phone with the customers because you have to have a response pretty much right then and there, or else you're going to hang up on yourself. And that's never really a good look for you or your business. So being able to acknowledge your buyer, being able to logically bring them to their own conclusion that doing business with you is the right thing to do will absolutely help you out. Then furthermore, What happens if you don't actually get their commitment? What if you don't actually get a deposit or something put on the calendar to do some work with these people, regardless of how many objections you've overcome, so on and so forth? Well, the very first thing that I would do is I would jump right back into that text message and shoot a selfie video the moment I'm off that call. Hey, Sean, Jordan over here. Glad that we were able to connect. Hopefully I did my job, got you all the information and details that you needed to make sense out of paying a couple of bucks more than what you could at Zane's. Obviously, I would love the opportunity to earn your business. And again, remind you that this is my cell phone number. So if you do find yourself with any questions or need anything at all, feel free to hit me back. And by the way, I'm wondering, could I possibly reach out to you tomorrow to catch up on exactly what it is that you're trying to do? Whatever. Send that video out. Then what y'all can do, you wait a little bit. You'll probably get a response back. If you don't, no sweat. How many of you guys know what a meme is? Everybody knows what a meme is.
Everybody.
All of you guys that don't have your camera on, I know you're on your phone right now tagging each other in some memes on Instagram because they're funny. They're relatable. They allow us to be able to communicate things that we probably either can't or won't to somebody else. So I'm going to give you guys one last little piece of Stupar sauce right here. I'm actually going to share my screen with you guys in 1 second so that you guys can actually track with me here on what it is that I'm trying to say. And I'll share this up real quick. So hopefully you guys can see my screen. I'm on a website right now called imgflip.com. This website right here is free and it has made me millions of dollars. It's closed well over $10 million worth of sales. But you guys can go really deep on this if you want to, but I'm just going to go click on make a meme. And when somebody's not calling me back, when somebody said that they were going to bring their car in at 2 o'clock on Tuesday, but they didn't show, guess what? I don't need to call them out and be like, where are you at? You know, you said you dropped the ball. You're an asshole. What I can do instead is I can go to search all memes and I'm just going to type in, well, see, they already know me well enough. I'm going to take this skeleton right here and I'm just going to say, this is me. Waiting for Sean to bring his broke ass Benz to the detailing. And I'm just going to screenshot that. And now I've got a new piece of content that I can go and I can message to Sean. Now, obviously, I can't call Sean and be like, dude, bring your broke ass over here with your Benz.
Yeah.
But I can send him I can send him a meme all day long. Or, man, you got a really tough customer and they didn't get back to you, even on the skeleton. Well, that's where you guys are gonna go hit Pablo. You're gonna say, this is still me. Monday, Tuesday, and whatever. Screenshot that, send it out. I can almost guarantee with your guys' customers, they're going to be laughing hysterically. They're probably going to be sharing this with family and friends, be like, dude, this auto detailing guy is literally a savage. Like, I can see why he's worth more than Zane. They didn't do anything over there. They didn't send me a video, a meme. They haven't even called me back. This guy actually wants my business.
It's true.
Like, yeah. And
Jordan, we use that skeleton one a lot, actually.
Oh, good.
Ever since you taught me that, yeah, we use that all the time. And
I love
it works. It closes, man.
It closes hard, man.
As soon as I saw that one pull up in the history, I was like, oh yeah, the skeleton.
It closes hard.
Yeah.
So those are just a couple of kind of, little I call them Band-Aids because they don't really fix anything in a sales process. They don't really help you develop any real skill, but you can patch those on, land a couple extra deals, get a couple calls done, so on and so forth. But really at the end of the day, the questions to be kind of asking yourself going into 2022 is more or less, how can I be different and how can I provide more value than the guy down the street? Because everybody has attention on being the low price. Everybody has attention on doing things the easy way, just text messaging. How can you be a little bit different? How can you dominate the phones? How can you use things like selfie videos to stand out in a text message? How can you guys make things just a unique experience for your customers? That's one of the reasons why my business I've been doing this now officially for 18 months. My business grows every single month by 300% or more. Every single month, like clockwork. I assume that it'll slow down one of these days. But one of the reasons for that consistent level of growth as a nobody in the sales training space with not a lot of advertising is because word of mouth, obviously. But two, when buyers actually do fill out like a lead form and they're like, heard about you from my guy, Tom, I'm kind of interested. They are going to receive an experience. It's not, book a call with me, we'll jump on a demo and then I'm going to just shoot you a proposal and I'm never going to follow up with you. If you like it, you just buy. We're going to squeeze the life out of that opportunity in a 100% entertaining and educating way to the point where you literally have nothing else left to do but sign because you're like, dude, what? I got to do this. Like I have to work with, I like these people. And so if you guys can kind of ask yourself those questions about your business is really, how do I stand out and differentiate myself from competitors? And how might I be able to increase my prices a little bit, maybe a lot for some of you guys? And what is that value that you can insert in that gap between the price that you offer right now and the price that you want to offer? I don't know about y'all, but dude, I don't have any time to get my car detailed. And for some reason, the guy that does my car, like he picks it up and hasn't even changed price. Like I would pay an extra $500 just so I don't got to do anything. Maybe that's something that you guys can offer. Maybe it's an actual recurring monthly package where every month on the first of the month, you go and pick up client's car. It gets dropped off 3 days later when it's done, and make it a recurring service. There's a lot of different things that you guys can probably do to make what you do more valuable and charge way more for it and really command the marketplace. And then on top of it, deliver people with a really unique and excellent sales experience. Those are going to be the people on this group and people in the detailing world. The people that are going to be killing it in 2022 are going to be doing those two things. And they're also obviously going to be using Sean's software.
100%.
Without a doubt. I got a couple minutes for some questions. I think I saw a hand go up by the wizard over here.
I was just saying that OrbisX is #1.
Oh,
that was
no doubt about it. What's up, Dan?
Hey, so first, let us earn your business. Key, so key. It is 100%. So key. And second, I think what a lot of the guys have trouble with is how many times do you continue to follow up with these sales until you just like put them back into your email campaign and give up? Like how many times do you have to actually get punched in the nose or
good question.
Yeah,
good question.
Good question. So depending on how busy you are overall, that question will kind of help answer itself. If you're really hustling, if you're really making the follow-ups, you'll figure out, well, I only have a limited amount of time in my day, in which case me and my team, we'll follow up 18 times before even thinking about letting you just get onto our drip campaign and see if you come back from the dead on your own. But if we have way more leads, I might shorten that cycle. And if we don't have a lot of leads, dude, I'm just going to go until you die.
Forever.
Is that on a daily basis, like once a day, or do you let it breathe?
Absolutely. I would go every single day. Here's the thing is you're not just calling somebody, hey, Sean, thought about detailing your car with me? Give me a call. Hey, Sean, I'm just checking in on you. Hey, Sean, I'm just thinking about you. Give me a call. If you're just making those check-ins and you just keep on checking in with your customer, sooner or later, they're going to check out. What you need to be doing throughout the follow-up cycle, if you want to do daily touches or 15 times a day touches, which I totally suggest that you do, but you always have to be calling about something else other than the deal. So what I would do, one of the reasons why I have a blog on my website, it's not for SEO. I give two shits about it. It's not because I like sitting around and wasting my time writing about stupid things and doing keyword, research. I have blogs on cold calling, follow up, blah, 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 so that I have an infinite amount of reasons to call you. because I know every single day, if I really want Dan's business and I'm thinking about Dan, I just take that little URL. I can shoot it off in a text. I can shoot it off on an email. I can find you on Facebook Messenger. I can find you on Instagram. I can find you on LinkedIn. I can find you on Twitter. Literally, I've got 8 or 9 different places where I can shoot you a link to that article. Now I pick up the phone and I say, Dan, it's Jordan over here. Look, I'm up to my eyeballs. We couldn't do any more vehicles this year if we wanted, if you paid me 3 times more than what we quoted you. I just wanted to see what you thought about that article about the difference between this ceramic coating and this ceramic coating. What'd you think?
Oh, yeah.
Now you're in a conversation with somebody about that. And so again, you can follow up literally every single day, but always, always, always make sure that that follow-up attempt is preceded by some type of either education or something that's entertainment, like a meme or anything really. So if I'm you guys, this is what I would do. And you guys are lucky I'm not in your business, because I think this I think that this would hit right now. Is I would create you could do it on YouTube, I suppose, but I would actually pay for a video-based platform like I use for Stupar Sales Academy, where I can train teams, videos and such, because that gives you the opportunity to collect lead data, viewing habits and engagement. And all I would do is I would create just a mini, call it 15, 20, 25 videos, or how much content I could, with you in the shop, literally explaining, hey, did you know that there's 7 different types of, ceramic coating? Did you know that it goes all the way from $800 on the low end all the way up to $5,000? Do you want to know which ones we use? Well, I'm not going to tell you, because we use all of them. And here's the reasons why. And educate your buyers so that you can be the expert in that area, so that the next time somebody's thinking about so much as vacuuming up a popcorn kernel in their seat, they're like, dude, I'm taking it to Dan. Nobody's going to get that popcorn kernel out better than Dan. And he's probably going to.
Dan knows everything. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And maybe, dude,
Genius.
maybe you guys give a little bit on the front end with some of those first customers. If they're coming in for something semi-basic, dude, get the inside of that rim, like just stupid clean, and be like, oh yeah, by the way, we had a couple extra minutes. We hit the inside of your rims for you. It's like, dude, I'm never going anywhere else. You just hit the inside of my rims.
You know what? On that note, Jordan, we do that at our shop when people bring their trucks in. Yep. Oftentimes the trailer hitch, the ball is rusted. It's old. We keep some Rust-Oleum black spray paint on hand, and we just spray paint it for them. And then when they show up and we tell them, we're like, listen, while we were waiting for you to show up to pick up your truck, here's what we did. That little, it cost us like, I don't know, a penny? Like,
nothing.
Nothing. And they're so happy. They're so happy.
Super happy. And, I don't know if
trailer hitch.
I don't know if any of you guys vape, or if your customers vape, dude, but that little film that goes on the windshield and on the
yeah.
Dude, throw it in the bag for free for somebody that gets, the next package up or whatever, and don't even mention it to him. Just be like, oh yeah, we hit that for you. Pull out your vape pen and be like, I get it, dude. I hate doing it on mine. I figured we'd do it on yours. Just those little low cost or no cost little add-ons that we're often kind of too proud to offer or too lazy to offer. Dude, go that extra mile with those new customers or somebody that's been really loyal for a long time. And I promise you, it'll change the trajectory of your business with people that are like, why the hell would I go over there when I go get popcorn kernels taken out over at Dan's? Like, I'm going to Dan's.
Exactly.
Tell me nothing.
That's so true. Jeez, and those are gems.
Those are just some little value adds that will transform the way that you guys do business. And customers will pay more for those little experiences, especially like once a month. Hey, it's Jordan over here again. I really, really hope that you're enjoying, the coating that we put on your vehicle a month ago. Obviously through winter, we got rain, we got all sorts of stuff. So obviously the outside of your car, it's dialed in. You're all good to go. However, I know that those floor mats are going to be just soaked in salt and sand here probably right about now. So why don't you stop in? We've got a free carpet cleaning session for anybody that simply gets, a quick wash from us or something. whatever. Just keep people incoming into your business. Give them that unique sales experience. Stay connected with them. Go above and beyond for them. And I promise you can charge more money, which you will do, but you're also going to retain higher priced customers, because guess what people who pay more for stuff do? They love what they buy.
They use it. Exactly. They use it
They
more.
love what they buy. That's why this deck of cards is $60. And guess what? It's still not enough money, because when my sales team calls people, they're like, yeah, you know, they're just kind of on my desk. It's like, cool, I'm going to make these $1,000. If you buy $1,000 deck of cards, you bet your ass you're going through these cards and you're going to actually give me some good feedback on them.
Give us an
100%.
idea of one of those cards. I think they're a fabulous idea, because I think a lot of guys get really stuck on when they're in these conversations, but maybe an example of what one of the cards would do for them.
Yeah. So you guys have probably all heard this one. Is that your best price? We just did this one. Your price is higher than theirs.
Hey, Jordan,
Yeah.
let's hear the I've got to talk to my wife.
Hey, who was that?
That's Aaron.
Aaron.
The wizard. The
Wizard, yeah.
Aaron, I completely understand that you need to talk to the wife. I get it. You know, me and my wife, we chat everything over. So I wouldn't fault you for wanting to do the same. So I get it, man. Look, we're entering Christmas. You know, do you think that you'd have a chance to talk to your wife, say by Monday, next week?
Would that work?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, cool. I really appreciate that. And I'll go ahead and put you on my follow-up calendar for Monday, and, you know, we can chat that over. Now, I'm assuming that over the next 7 days, you've got Christmas time. You're going to be able to have tons of time with the wife. You're going to be chatting this thing over. So I can imagine before actual Christmas, you guys are probably going to go do a little date night because you want some alone time before all the family and festivities. You're probably going to go get your favorite steakhouse, get the seafood tower. You're probably going to get the filet mignon done medium rare, just the way that you and the wife like it. You're probably going to spring for that bottle of 2009 cab that you really enjoy because it brings back some memories. And since we're in holiday season, you're probably going to also get that chocolate mousse just to get a little layer extra to work off in January. And I can imagine that after dinner or throughout dinner, you're going to be chatting about this wonderful guy named Jordan from Stupar's detailing company. And you're going to fill her in on all the benefits that this $9,000 ceramic coating is going to be able to offer your ZL1 Corvette. And you're going to be talking about all the benefits and how nice it's going to look and the fact that it's, you know, going to have water coming off of it and all that good stuff. And then you're going to tell her it's $9,000. And I'm curious to find out when I call you back on Monday, what are you going to tell me if your wife says, no, don't do it?
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm not even done with you. Because you can go one of two different ways here, folks. Either Aaron here is going to be like, well, I'm going to do it anyway, dude. I love my Corvette and I see the value. Then it's like, great. What's your credit card number? We'll go ahead and get you in queue. Or Aaron says, well, you know, Jordan, you know, if my wife says I shouldn't do it, man, you know, I don't think it'll be a good idea. I totally get it, dude. It's winter time here in Wisconsin. I would never do anything that my wife would want me to do because the doghouse outside is cold. Now, out of curiosity, what exactly would your wife be saying no to? Would it be the fact that her big, strong, sexy man's going to be driving around in a Corvette that literally looks like a candy? Or would it be the $9,000? Oh, it'd be the $9,000. I totally get it, sir. Now you're on to, where's the budget cards? Is that your best price? Need to think about it. This is outside of our budget, blah, blah, blah. In which case you can say, Aaron, I totally get that the 9,000 seems pretty high. Now, when you say 9,000 is a concern for you and the wife, you know, you tell me, is it because one, you guys simply can't afford it? Two, you think that this is a little bit outside of your budget? Are you saying three, you found something similar for a cheaper price? Or are you just complaining to me like I do at Starbucks every single morning saying, oh my God, and then you end up buying it anyway? Oh, well, I found it for less somewhere else. Good. We already handled that with the cash cards. Or maybe you tell me, well, that's a little bit outside of what we were hoping to spend outside of our budget. You know, So that's the beauty of the cash cards is I've got all these objections handled right here with the responses, QR codes, and pro tips on the back side of it. And all you guys have to do literally is find the one that you're struggling with, turn the card, and do exactly what you all did when you were kids on Hooked on Phonics, because you needed to learn what 2 + 2 was. And 2 + 2 doesn't logically make sense to equal 4. That's what I always struggled with math. I just need to know that 2 + 2 = 4. I don't need to know why. I don't need to know why these objection handling cards actually work. I just need to know what the hell to say the next time the customer says, dude, y'all are killing me. $9,000 for this. I can go get it done for $2,500 somewhere else. It's like, I get it. I know. I set the prices. So get really good at what you guys do. Because I can guarantee you guys are leaving the lion's share of the income that you could have on the table. I can almost 100%. Guarantee it. Regardless of how much money you guys are making, I can almost guarantee you're leaving more than half that number still on the table somewhere else from not following up, from not educating, from not entertaining people, from not being prepared for objections. And guys, I haven't even gotten into all the other good stuff. So that's what I got for you guys on this call. I got to get ready for my sales acceleration program call. By the way, if you guys did find this really valuable, you're like, shit, dude, what happens if I give this guy some money? Give me $5,500 and spend the next 8 weeks with me in Q1 of this year. I'll spend an hour with you every single day, Monday through Friday, following a 8-week long curriculum that I guarantee will help you guys make more money. And if on the off chance you're the only person within the last year and a half that doesn't make more money, I'll give you your $5,500 back, and I'll probably make a post on how much I suck. So if that does interest you, I'll leave one more link here in the chat, just because, I mean, nobody's going to promote me except for myself over here. Sometimes you just gotta be shameless. You gotta be shameless all the time. I'll drop it in the group too. But that right there is a lesson in itself for everyone watching. Is you gotta be shameless too. You gotta promote your business every chance you get. Tell people what you do. I am the best damn car detailing company on the planet. If you go anywhere else, you're literally an idiot. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Dan.
Back just a little bit also and find an interview with Jordan on the Owner's Pride podcast. That's an hour long, and we really dig into some stuff too. Good stuff. Absolutely, yeah. It was a good episode too. I remember that one. Yeah.
That was fire. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah. Well, Jordan, listen, thanks for joining us, man. Much appreciated. Absolutely. Congratulations on the new baby again, too, coming soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, your continued success as well. I appreciate your time. Absolutely.
I appreciate all of you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And if there's anything I can ever do to bring you guys value, just let me know.
Perfect.
Thanks, Jordan.
Take it easy, y'all.
All right, guys.